Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm Vessi Mink, your host of the Music Train. So excited to be here with you. I want to give a big shout out to my partner, Mr. BK Han, out of Singapore with Metaverse Generation, and all of our sponsors. You know who you are. You've been supporting us for 3 years. You've been making it happen, shaking it, rolling it, working it, moving it, building it, no matter what. Thank you so much for being true partners in moving up together. So today, without further ado, I'd like to let you know a little bit about who our guest is. Some of you already know. She is a space host. Have you heard of what that is yet, you guys? Are you using X, the old Twitter app? If you're not using X and you don't have a profile yet, or you might have ran away from it before, I think you're going to want to get back to it really fast because amazing things are happening every day on that app. I love that app. I love being on that app. I love my guest today. Ms. Rachel is here, aka Rocky7 from the X App Space Host. I'd like to invite her to the stage right now. And I don't know if she's going to be on camera. We'll see. Welcome to Music Train, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? We have 10
Good,
viewers.
How are you?
I am doing good. I'm excited that I'm in the studio with you because, as you know, I've just been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support and love that you've given me on X Got Talent, on the X app, which runs every Friday and Saturday with DJ Doge, really Rowdy Red, and also the Honey Badger. Thank you for being my guest and saying yes to being on here. I know that you don't often do these kinds of things. In fact, have you ever had an interview live on any social?
No,
This
never.
is okay.
I'm
So
like having a panic attack.
Okay, well, you can turn on your camera anytime you like. We can start off with just a little bit of chit chat. How was your day?
Hi. It was great. I was in the sun. I'm toasty. You saw me.
Yes.
Like all red.
You look great. Yes, everybody, don't be jealous. I did get to hang out with Rachel pre-going live. Also, I'd like to say a shout out to all the amazing platforms out there that we're running live on right now, and a big up to StreamYard, which allows us to multicast, to Instagram for the first time. What's up, Instagram? We figured it out. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. We're live on X. What's up? So Rachel, I don't know if you know about the Music Train, but we got started in 2022 on an app called Connect Club with Mr. BK Han, who's in the studio right now from Singapore. And he became a staple in my life, a teacher and also co-founder of the show, executive producer, and has taught me so much about building a brand, building a show, and also taught me what an NFT was. And I know that we have talked about NFTs before. So one of these days, we're going to get you a digital wallet, and I'm going to send you that NFT that I created, that one of one for your birthday, because it was your birthday last week. So happy belated birthday.
Yay.
And we all celebrated online. You guys definitely put in the comments where you're watching from and send your love to Rachel. We've got Patriot Czar in the house. Jules says hello. We've got everybody here. And the party's growing, Rachel. So without further ado, I have my first question, if you're ready to start.
Oh my God. I'm so nervous.
Okay. Well, it's a good question. I think you'll like it. It has to do with being a kid, which don't forget, guys, that's how we started. So don't take things too seriously. So my first question is, what was your dream as a kid? Did you have one? Did you have a few? And I would like to know about that.
I had so many dreams. It was I don't know if other kids are like that, but I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a dancer, singer. I wanted to be a counselor. I wanted to be a marine biologist. Wow. I just wanted to do everything.
So you're really inspired. You had a very inspiring childhood. What inspired you to be a marine biologist?
Oh my God, my love of animals. I love animals. But mostly it was, Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah.
I loved him. So, yeah. Then I fell in love with Steve Irwin. So, yeah.
So it's been one love affair after the next. Hey, that sounds familiar to me. I fall in love with everything. Flashdance was my I ran home. Jennifer Beals, she was doing her, metal work. She was a ballerina. Get it? You know, she was an underdog. I love the underdog story where the underdog makes it and she or he takes over. So, how did you end up becoming a space host on X?
It's funny. I joined X because of, well, it was Twitter back then.
Hmm.
I did it for political reasons, you know, and freedom of speech and stuff like that. And then it became a totally different thing. I mean, obviously, I'm still always going to be that person fighting for freedom, right?
Yeah.
For humanity and stuff like that. That's never going to go away. But then uh, there was this gentleman. I don't know if you know him, Nachi.
Yeah.
He kept telling me, "You have to sing, you have to sing, you have to sing." Because I think he heard me sing like I used to sing like little lines here and there because I've always loved it. I love singing, but I don't know. I stopped singing because I used to have like panic attacks and stuff. So
Don't worry.
so
I
anyways,
and I love your voice. I'm actually a really big fan, and I actually dream. One of my dreams as an adult is you singing
oh
one
my
of my
god.
songs. Nachi's in the audience. Nachi, Rachel rocks and lives in and lives honest humility. I love her spirit. He
Well,
says,
he was the one that got me to sing again, and I was, oh my god, I used to shake so hard because I get so nervous. I still get nervous. I'm having a panic attack now. Like I'm not. I don't like attention on me like that. So I don't know how I became a space. I think my want for fighting was so hardcore that I just started doing it, and I
mm.
didn't even think about it twice. But I still get nervous. It's not like I don't. And I still feel weird when people give me compliments and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming. Everybody loves you so much. I mean, and it's interesting to go from audio to video. So I know that we may get a chance to see you. I hope that
I am. I'm gonna give little you know me, like I'll jump in like,
yeah.
hey, and
And
then
I
turn it off.
yeah, it's nice to have the ability to be on camera, off camera. In fact, do you think that X is going to offer that ability to just to listeners on the space as well as hosts? Because I'm not sure if everyone out there knows that when you do an X space, a live audio space, that you can actually as a host, you can go and do it as video so that your video is shown and then your listeners come up all without the ability to go on video.
I
But
don't know if they'll do that, but can you imagine? It might get a little bit chaotic with people
I
like, I don't know,
it's
jumping on naked or something. I don't know. I
everybody always says that, the naked jump
I
on
feel
naked part.
like they'll do something crazy.
I mean, I have experience already in this, not in jumping on naked, but I have experience on Connect Club where we were popping around on the app that had a skin. And when I say a skin, it had like, let's say like you know, just a studio, basically a studio vibe with couches, and then you'd pop around, so basically just imagine the X app, but you could move your PFP. You like tap on a different part of the screen and there's a couch there, right? It looks like a couch, and then you could just turn on your video, because that code is out there on GitHub. Connect Club put that anybody could actually download that, so it's public domain pretty much to use that code. So I wonder if it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
It might, I think it'll be pretty cool, and it'll definitely put the app above the rest,
The
So,
app above the rest.
mm-hmm, mm.
So I'd like to move to something that we've been talking about, someone very dear to you. I have a present for you, and I'd like to show you what that is right now.
What?
Here we go. Well, I'll
You're near and dear to me.
I'll play it just a little bit. This is kind of the reason why you and I are here, I think, ultimately to honor this amazing human being here.
No, sigue, que va bien. Creo en ti, aunque otros te nieguen, y con reprobo viva. Oh Jesús, creo en ti, creo en ti. No, está maravilloso. Es el verbo de Dios, aquel caballo blanco que yo vi, en su vestido y su muslo, vestido lleva el nombre de Jesús. Señor de señores, y reina de luz, es el verbo de Dios, es el verbo de Dios, es el verbo de Dios. Como el de madre esa. Ah, sí.
Hi, Rachel.
That's a hard one for me.
Your papa, Juan Luis, Cuban, singer,
My little daddy.
guitar player.
Thank you for making that for me, Bess. That means so much.
My absolute honor. What a beautiful man and what a beautiful voice. He reminds me of my dad.
Every single night, my whole entire life, he played a little concert for us. Every single night. And I wasn't there during that one that was his last one. It's hard. Very close family friends were there with him during that recording.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's I'm glad they were there. And he actually called me that night and he was like, you won't believe who came over and who, he was so excited. And he died the very next day. So it's like it was just beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for making that for me.
Oh, I love you so much. My honor. Thank you for allowing me to. I know that you and your dad were super close and that he's the reason you sing. I mean, I think I know one of the stories of both of your parents singing together in the early days.
Yeah. The whole family, my whole family, I mean, we weren't as good as him. My dad had an amazing one. Like he was so sick in that and that you just heard, he was
Mm-hmm.
really sick. Obviously, he passed away the next day, but look how he bolted out that beautiful little voice,
That's so hard to believe. He sounds so like,
Yeah.
he sounds doesn't
And
sound
you
that
saw the
way.
video, Vess. You saw him. Like he looked fine. I mean, obviously very, very thin.
Yeah.
But what a little powerhouse, huh?
Totally. And your dad, that's your dad. That's amazing. It's
know.
amazing. I sent you this video so you have it. And I had an amazing time, of course, creating it and I felt very like lucky. I feel really lucky that you're my friend and that you're here on this show that means so much to me, and that your father, we're honoring your father. If you would like to share a little bit about your dad, that would be amazing. Just about maybe his early life, and just if you'd like to. No worries if we want to move on from here and go to the next thing. I totally understand.
Oh no, talking about my family is always going to be okay.
All right. Well, I didn't want you to be. I didn't want to. I know it was emotional to take in that video, and
Yeah,
again,
I was expecting that. But I
thank
mean,
you.
I was, but I wasn't in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so my daddy, he was a famous singer in Cuba, as I've told you, but he started very young. He started as a kid, and my grandmother actually taught him how to sing. He's the
Oh,
only one out of six siblings that had that amazing freaking voice. Um, and so he used to, go to the radio station and sing over there, and he met this amazing woman. I'm not going to say who she is, and they used to do duets, and she's still a famous singer today.
wow.
And she's alive still.
Mhm.
And when he turned 18, he met my mother, he fell in love, and he dated her for a year, right?
Uh-huh.
So my mother belonged to this church that was very strict, and they told him, you have to give that up or you can't be with her. So he was like, well,
You have
this
to
is,
give music up. You have to give music up.
yes.
Oh, wow.
So not music, but his stardom that he had, because
Yeah.
he still sang in church, and he sang in many churches. Like he after that particular church, he went to many other churches, and then up until the one where he passed away and that he
Yeah.
was in for many many years. But yeah, they used to, every church he went to, they would like beg him, can you sing for us, because they knew who he was.
Yeah.
And so he used to, of course he loved all that, and he was doing it for God,
Yeah.
which was even, it was a gift for him. So yeah, he never regretted that. And he was with my mother until she passed away, and he still like always talked about her. Like, I wish she was here, like when he got sick and stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, it was beautiful. And both of them were such funny little humans. And just, he was 77 years old, and you would never believe he was such, both of them were like, they were like freaking kids, you
I
know.
mean, your persona, Rachel, that doesn't surprise me. How joyful you're sharing about how your parents were, because I don't know, when just the tone of your voice is just, you bring the people,
Oh,
like we're excited that you're here. We have 113 viewers
oh,
across
hi
all
guys.
the apps. Big shout out to the X app, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Did I forget any? And StreamYard, of course, allowing us
Bessie
to.
saw me. I am laying in my bed with my pool hair
We might get
and
some camera
fake
action.
sunburn.
I think it's coming. Come on. What do I have? Do I have to sing you? I'm going to sing you Nashville to get you on video.
Okay, okay. I'll do a quickie. I'll do a quickie.
Here she
Like,
comes.
hey, and then I'll turn it back off. Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You might not mind. Hey. That's how you get, you guys. So now
That's all you get.
are you
All
gonna
right.
hug me like you did way down in Nashville? We'll do it together. Ready?
You got to get me the words. That's what
So
I need, the words, because I get so nervous I forget.
I can get you the words right now. No, we didn't plan this, you guys. This
I
is
do
really
though, but I want to do a duet with you.
I
I've
would
told you that since I met you.
I would love that, and we're doing it. And as soon as you're ready to share your beautiful voice, we're ready to have you, Rachel. You want to do it
I'm
now?
so nervous. I'm nervous.
It's all right. Here, in the meantime, if when you're thinking about it, I want to share with everybody this week's sponsor. We have a sponsor, you guys, and they're amazing. They're called the Vibes Web 3. Music Festival on the Hive blockchain. Big shout out to Maritza, who's going to be our guest on the Music Train for week 5, episode 5. Next week, we've got the amazing Simon Pollock. Let me run actually next week so you can see who's going to be with us. He remixes music for Tesla light shows.
Ooh.
Check it out.
Deep dish house. Chicago deep dish.
That's my friend and producer, Big Man, who's no longer with us, but he's a producer. He was a producer, and that was his song that I put to that video or to that album cover. But shout out to Simon Pollock. Super excited for the Tesla takeover on June 15th, you guys. If you're going to be anywhere near Muskegon, Michigan, that's Muskegon, Michigan on June 15th, definitely go to the Tesla takeover happening there. There's going to be an amazing light show also. Of course, we're going to have keynote speakers. I'm volunteering. And a song of ours got chosen for the 4 songs to be produced by Simon for the Tesla light show. So they're hoping to get 1,100 Teslas on 19 acres and take the world record by storm, because apparently it's only been about 900 cars. That's the world record. So Rachel, if they get 1,100 Teslas, then we got the world record. I hope you can come to Michigan. Can you come to Michigan?
Oh my God, MV's here.
You know,
if wherever one thing I do love is traveling, so I would definitely travel.
if you're going to be in Muskegon, Michigan for the Tesla takeover, oh my goodness. You know what? X Got Talent could have a booth there.
Ooh, I love that.
Could have a booth. You could have a karaoke machine there. You know what I mean? How cool would that be?
Bessie, I'm mesmerized by your pink guitar.
Oh, yes. That's Sheena.
Oh my God, I freaking love it.
Here, should I bring it closer to you?
Yes. Love it. Look at you all dressed up and I'm in my bed with my pool hair. Oh man, I love that. That is pretty badass.
I should have had it plugged in, but let's see if I can. Are you gonna hug me like you did way down in Nashville? Are you gonna tell me that you love me like you do? Am I gonna see your
pretty face? No, I can't do it without
Nashville. Because when I do, you know I'm coming home, dear. I got a picture of your face up in my bedroom. I've been saving up for tickets to your show. I'm gonna wear that sexy black dress that you mentioned. I got my high heels on, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know, Rachel. So MV is in the house. You can see
MV's in the house.
She's a good friend of yours, amazing woman.
Yes.
On the X app. What would we do without our X app?
I love her so much. I have to say hi to MV.
Yes, yay. There she is. There's a lot of people here. Oh my goodness. You know, you could send anybody you'd like to invite to the studio the link to the StreamYard. We have up to 10 spaces. Just saying, Rachel, if you wanted to. You might want me all to yourself, though.
I always want to myself.
So let's talk about, what should we talk about now? How about free speech? You mentioned you joined the X app, specifically politically charged for free speech. And as we know, Elon Musk, the owner of the X app for now almost 2 years, I think it is a big free speech proponent, and a lot more than that. Can you tell us more about that? About why free speech is so important to you, and why X is the best place to actually have that ability?
So it was just okay. So it wasn't just free speech alone. It was mostly freedom. Period. You know, because I see that our freedoms are like getting cut shorter and shorter by the day, and so you know, back in 2020, there was so much happening. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said, you know what? It's so funny because on my bio, I said, I joined for Trump. That's it. Like, that was my bio.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that. Where is that? Did you change that?
No, I changed it. I've changed my,
Why?
because I've changed, who I was several times. Not who I was, but the way that I was thinking.
Okay.
A lot of Spaces has truly changed my life. Believe it or not, you would think not, because there's a lot of like craziness, but when
It
we
does
first
the job. Yeah.
when I first joined Spaces, you had to have like a certain number of followers to even host.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and we were going through the whole lockdown, and
Hmm.
it was just like a really beautiful thing to be able to talk to people from all around the world, and we were all going through the same thing at the same time, you know, and I made a lot of friends. Like I have, some of my closest friends in real life and on the app, and yeah, I went through the whole Canadian Freedom Convoy. I went through January 6th. We used to have like these big spaces to, promote, freedom, right? Like peaceful protest and, marches and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to like other things like teaching people how important it is, with history and cults, learning not to get yourself brainwashed into that. Um,
That's a big deal, that one, because
it's a huge deal.
most
It
people
definitely,
don't know they're in one.
exactly.
Some people think X is a cult.
I don't think X is a cult,
No,
but
no, some people think it is.
anything can become a cult if you make it your full entire, your
Right.
whole life.
Yeah, what
That's
is that?
why
Can we break down the cult mentality? Like, remember the song from In Living Color, The Cult of Personality? Like, w- what is humanity a cult?
I don't think humanity is a cult. I think some human beings, in order to feel superior to others,
Hmm.
feel like they have to manipulate others to make them feel, you know, um,
Better.
yeah, better about themselves. Basically, what they do is they love bomb you at first,
Hmm.
and you feel like, oh my god, I can't live without these people. Like they're so beautiful and important and special, and then it moves on to they start separating you from everything that you love little by little.
Right.
Like with me growing up in the religious church that I grew up in, um, it was very. So I got picked to go to the special school, right?
Okay.
Um, in Miami, and first of all, they only picked like 6 students in the whole city, right? So I was like, oh my God. Like it was so huge for me, right?
Hmm.
And I love singing, even though like I've always had the stage fright and all this stuff, but I always loved it.
Yeah.
Um, and so when I went to ask them, because you had to ask them for permission
The
for
church. You had to ask the church
yes, for
permission.
everything.
Okay.
Um,
Wow. Wow.
even I had another friend that wanted to be a cop, and he was not able to do it because they wouldn't allow you to have a gun.
Right.
So it was just like very it was very
Rest-
strict. And
yeah.
so it was all I ever knew, because from the moment I was born I grew up there.
Wow.
But when I started seeing, I was in school and I started seeing how other kids lived, I was like, wait a minute, this is
You-
not okay.
right.
you know so when you're in it, you don't see how bad it is, or how bad, it's bad, because that's not normal and you're not happy, but
Right.
you don't see how bad it is until you're free from it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I went and I told them, hey, I got picked for this school. Nope, if it interferes with church days, you can't go. So I was
Mm.
like, well, that's going to be a problem, because a lot of the concerts were, on church
It
days.
was a music. It was a music school.
It was a music school.
Oh.
I know. And it was like, I was
So what'd
so
you
excited.
do? What'd you do?
I didn't go. They
How old
told
were
me,
you?
huh?
How old were you?
Oh gosh, must have been like
Oh.
16 years old. Um, so yeah, like my first like letdown. Then I wanted to do cheerleading in high school. Nope, can't do that because the practices would interfere with the church or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, it was
Wow,
just,
Rachel.
I remember I even got into this huge car accident once because if you were late to church 3 times, you would not be able to sing for like 6 months. Like they would discipline you. And so I was like, oh my god, I was super late, and I got into this huge car. Like I completely totaled my parents' car, and those are the little things that I look back now, and I'm like, man, like some people ask me, how could your parents be manipulated into that? You have no idea how easy it is to fall into that kind of brainwash.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful, and I always, because once you're in that, it's very easy to fall again. So I'm like
Yeah.
extremely careful now, and I do a lot of spaces about that. And
How did you get out of it? How did you get out of it? And
oh God,
did your parents get out of it?
my parents got out of it because they got thrown out as I did as well. So what happened was,
What?
um, I had a husband that they actually forced me to marry at that time.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was like either leave him or and he was very controlling. So the leader's son used to call, and he was always like trying to find out information about, because that's what they would do, right? They were always like trying to find out what you were up to and blah blah
Oh
blah.
God.
So he you know it's a long story because he was like gross, but anyways, I was in the bathroom that Sunday morning, okay? And this girl runs in and she's like, "Look what you did. Look what you did." And I was like, what?" And I hear this big commotion happening, and he had gotten into an argument with the pastor's son, grabbed him by the tie. So yeah, needless to say, they called the cops, we were thrown out, and they threw the whole family out. My
Were you
parents had nothing to do with it. They weren't even there when that happened. When they showed up afterwards, they were
how
like,
did
"What's going on?"
how did they respond to that?
My parents? Oh, my mother was like a hawk with her kids. So she was like, "If you leave, I'm leaving." Like she did, there was no.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we ended up, I mean, but she did suffer because that's all she ever knew too. We all suffered.
She was born into the church as well?
She wasn't, but she was there since she was 11.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
practically
she
the
was just
same
a
thing.
kid. I was,
Wow.
but I always had like this rebel thing inside me that told me this is not a life.
It didn't feel right. It didn't
It didn't feel right. Yeah. And to her, same thing. She always was a little rebel too. My
yeah.
dad was different. My dad was softer. So he would just.
Yield.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's how we were freed. So my mom, 10 years before she passed away, she got to at least live freedom. She did. I'm not going to say she didn't cry and go through a lot, because she did. She missed it.
Yeah.
It was a lifestyle for her. And they moved to like 3 different states following these freaking people.
We'll just call them these freaking people.
These freaking people. So yeah, it's crazy. Like a lot happened, Vess, and
And I'd like
they
to just real quick make a disclaimer that we're not judging churches, but
no.
the church that Rachel was in was no bueno.
It was just one specific,
Sect.
that I went to. And it wasn't
Yeah.
even big of a church because I think it was like less than 300 people there. But
Well,
after that happened to us, oh my gosh, so many people started leaving and leaving and leave, like to the point where they had to close it down because it emptied out.
so it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. It
Thank
took
you.
many years. It took many years, but yeah, it's gone now. And
Well,
they've all passed away.
well, wow. If we could at this time now talk about actually BK Han, I'm not sure if you're available. Maybe BK has some questions. I think it's really interesting growing up in a church. My father sang in a church, in a Bulgarian
Oh,
Orthodox church, and I was baptized in Bulgaria. I'm Bulgarian Orthodox, and I wear a cross that my grandmother gave me that has my name engraved in it. It's gold, and she prayed to God every night on her knees. Like she,
Oh, I love.
the story, you know, specifically in the Christian story, the story of Jesus, is an interesting one. Somebody today on X was posting about, do you believe? I think it was Elon or a parody of his account. Which, by the way, there sure are a lot of parodies
I know
of his
there's
account.
so many
I'm
parodies.
like, why are there? Why does everybody want to be Elon? But you know, do you believe that he died on the cross or not? It's just a yes or no. And I went into, you know, because he posted, whoever has that account posted a, you know, a picture, I think from like from one of the movies that was made, the really intense movies of Jesus Christ that were made, which are so, I don't know if you've watched any of those, but they're so overwhelming. And you know, my answer was how I feel about seeing that image, and how I don't want anybody to have died for my sins, and also how I think of sins in general. You know, is my own personal choice to believe what I want to believe, right? Anyway, I feel like God is in everybody, and we're gonna find out when we leave.
When we die, yeah.
Then we don't have to fight
When we
about it
close.
here. We don't have to fight
Exactly.
about it here. So I mean, you could talk about the Christian Crusades, about how everybody had to become one thing. And here he is, BK Han. Welcome to Music Train.
BK!
Hi, Rachel. Hi,
Hi!
Bessie. I was trying to stop myself from coming on stage, but no, I couldn't do that. Yeah.
You got to see my messy hair too, BK.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. So, do I get to make a request or to ask questions?
Yes, please.
Well, I think a lot of people in the audience, like we have 175 people, and there are a few platforms that numbers are not in. Probably close to 200 people who would like me to hear Rachel's voice. Yeah, how's that?
He's asking you to sing.
You want me to sing? Okay, let me get my laptop. Hold on.
And
Wow.
I'm gonna go to PFP because I want to be like my friends. There we go, guys.
Okay, I'm going to mute and hear Rachel's voice. Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm gonna actually exit so that I can just hear her.
Yeah, we do that.
Do I have to do anything special? Like, do I have to do like that widescreen thing?
You can do however you want. It's perfect if you're gonna go on camera, if you're going whatever you want. It's perfect. We're so excited. Rachel is in the house. Space's host from X is here. If you want to find her, go to @aka Rocky7 and be nice.
What song do you think, Bess? Remember, I'm still sick, so that's the
you
problem.
and me both.
But,
you and me both.
it sucks.
Now we rock for being here. We rock for being here, even though we're under the weather. So
I'll
big
let
up
you
to us.
pick. Do you want me to sing the one that I sang last night, Credence, or do you want me to sing the Spanish one that takes everyone to a little
Spanish
island?
would be good. Spanish would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
Is it something romantic?
It is very romantic, yes.
And then maybe we'll get lucky and she'll do one to close out the show, BK. I hope so. She can do then the Credence one to close the show.
She better do that. She better do that.
And
we won't close without that.
And everybody who's out there, put 111 in the chat. Those are the angel numbers. Let's go. Rachel, you're on mute.
Hold on. Yeah, because there's a commercial. So I'm waiting for that to pass.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Music Train. This is episode 3 with Rachel, Space Host from X. We're so happy you're here. Don't forget that every Friday and Saturday, X Got Talent happens on the X platform with DJ Doge, Rachel, Really Rowdy Red, and the Honey Badger, and a whole bunch of amazing music lovers from all walks of life, all walks of faith, all walks of political preferences. And yeah, we just jam. So check it out, y'all.
All right, guys. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh, please don't let me have a coughing fit in the middle of this. You hear it okay? Te pido de rodillas, luna no te vayas, alúmbrale la noche traicionado y a veces maltratado, no te perdonaré si me dejas solo con los sentimientos que pasan por el viento, lo revuelven todo y me vuelven loco, loco por besar tus labios sin que quede nada por dentro de mí, diciéndotelo todo. Y yo no te perdonaré si me dejas por dentro con ese dolor, no te perdonaré si me vuelves loco. Ay, 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 ay. Te pido de rodillas y al llegar la aurora no dejes ir el llanto de una luna rota por tantas promesas que me vuelven loco, loco por besar tus labios sin que quede nada por dentro de mí, diciéndotelo todo. Y yo no te perdonaré si me dejas por dentro con ese dolor, no te perdonaré si me vuelves loco. Everyone get up and dance. Loco por besar tus labios sin que quede nada por dentro de mí, diciéndotelo todo. Y yo no te perdonaré si me dejas por dentro con ese dolor, no te perdonaré si me vuelves loco. Pido de rodillas, luna, no te vayas.
So beautiful. I loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I was dancing. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want, people to dance.
It was so beautiful. What's that song about?
So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Romeo Santos.
Tell us more.
He's talking about he's telling his beautiful love not to leave him. If she leaves him, he's gonna lose everything. Basically, she's the moon and the stars to him, and she's driving him crazy. So he's like, "Don't leave me, because I'll never forgive you if you leave me."
Oh,
I know,
Wow.
he's such a romantic.
shout
That
out
moon
to
in the starting. Yeah. Wow.
Romeo Delgado. Did you say Romeo Delgado?
Romeo Santos.
Romeo Santos. He sounds very beautiful.
He's like the bachata king.
What's bachata?
Bachata is like I think it's Colombian. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it's Colombian, and it's like a God, it's such a romantic little dance too. I know how to do it. I just don't know how to explain it, and it is freaking awesome and very sexy, because you gotta like kind of grind with your man. I guess the closest thing would be like if you're dancing reggae with somebody.
I could do that.
You could do that? Okay. It's very romantic.
I love
it.
to dance.
And it's fun and
I love to dance.
me too. I love dancing too.
It goes hand in hand, I think, with singing
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, are you kidding? Like ever since, you know, well, obviously I couldn't do it because of where I grew up, right? So I had to hide to be able to do all these things. But
Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us about that. So you had a secret passion for the arts that you kept under wraps because of the
yes.
church
Oh my
upbringing.
gosh,
I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
I
I
used to sing in church. And they used to send us off to like sing in different places, with
yeah,
like big choirs and you know,
yeah.
when I had to do like a solo, I would literally have panic attacks.
How did you
It was just horrible.
how did you cope? How did you cope? I
Man,
mean,
because I had people behind me, so it's not like I was standing up there by myself. It was, it was like a whole group of people doing it, and I would do like little parts by myself, but I always had my little comfort of people next to me.
yeah, your
Um,
posse, your troop, and you still do. You so very much have your posse. Which, by the way, you guys, I did put in the chat the X Got Talent event next. I believe it's Friday or Saturday that DJ Doge had posted. Shout out to DJ Doge and the crew.
DJ.
Yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. I also put your profile link. I know you have like almost 10,000 followers on X. Do you get a lot of DMs?
Oh God, I still haven't even caught up with the DMs for my birthday.
And for those that don't know what a DM is, it's a direct message.
Yep, or PM,
So,
private message.
or a PM,
Whichever.
yes.
Yeah.
So what now? We've got just a little bit of time left. We've got 13 minutes. You know, the whole one of the things about the music train is we write a song. We write a song in real time here with a couple of words from the guests. So, oh, James says Team Raccoon. Could you tell us about that? What does that mean?
Yes.
Who are the raccoons?
Okay. So we
And
did on X Got Talent. We only did it once. So we created two teams. It was Team Red and Team Raccoon. And my first choice was Vessi and then James.
thank you.
So I was like, yes, we're Team Raccoon. We had an awesome team.
We did.
And they had an awesome team too. It was pretty awesome. Like all the people that come to X have, oh my God, so much talent, and no voice is like the other. It's insane. I don't know how so much
We
talent
we
is out there, but
we all seem to get along no matter what our differences might be, which
I
is
know.
BK. Isn't that cool? You know, BK. I met BK on Clubhouse. When I was a Funky Eye Puppet, I was my role was vibrato. But anyway, he had an event, a regular weekly music event. What was that called, BK? The
Music Bazaar.
Music Bazaar. That's right. Could you tell us more about? I want Rachel to know about Music Bazaar.
I like the way he says
Well,
that. Ah,
okay. Well, back in the days where we have the lockdown during the COVID and we have nowhere else to go but on so-called space. At that time, we didn't have Twitter Space yet, so we have Clubhouse, and we spend like 16 hours a day on Clubhouse. Most people, and I even know people that spends more than that. So on a weekly basis, I actually host like a mini concerts for musicians around the world. So each of them will get to sing two songs for we stretch maybe an hour to an hour and a half, and we will pre-book the musicians. So they have Spanish, they have I mean from people from the UK, US, of course, the Taiwanese, the Chinese, and Asians. They all come in. They contribute two songs. We have rappers too. So pianists, rappers. Yeah, wow. It was I did that for like more than a year weekly, and I even need the support of a team of hosts that comes in to moderate because um, I can't do it alone anyway. But so from there, that's where I got to know a lot of musicians, and then after that, I went on to do mini concerts. They go solo. People like Bessie can get to sing like 8 to 9 songs in one straight sessions. Yeah,
So fun. It was so
that's where
fun.
I get
Music
to know.
Bazaar. Yeah,
I
Music Bazaar
love
was
that.
it was so fun. And people from all over the world. And all different kinds of singers. When I first joined the Clubhouse app, there were a lot of Indonesian singers and Malaysian singers. And one of the most amazing artists, Rachel, you have to hear Teguh Ostenrik sing. He's an artist from from Malaysia
Wow.
who does.
He's romantic, man. He's romantic.
He is. He actually went. He's kind of famous because of his
Aw.
work. He creates coral reef replications at the bottom of the Jakarta Sea, and then him and his diving team drop these gigantic tons and tons at the bottom of the sea, and they replicate coral. And his name is Tegu Ostenrik. BK, we have to have Tegu back on the show.
Yeah, we should. So yeah, he sings romantic songs and
Oh, he
topless,
loves to sing.
And he
Has he ever been on X?
He does.
On the X?
Has he been on X?
Not so much.
BK?
Not so much. Yeah, he's busy with sculpture nowadays. He does sculpture mainly, other than his art lessons occasionally.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, so we got to write that song. We have 9 minutes left. And you guys, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. We don't want to say goodbye, but I bet you Rachel's going to be. Are you going to be on X tonight?
Most probably, yeah.
I would love to close out the show with you singing a song, but we have to write one first. We got to do it. I need
Or
one
I can
word.
do the Credence one.
Yes, whichever. Yes, definitely that one. But we're gonna write one real quick. I'm gonna write it. You give me a word. I need a word from you because that's laughter. It's gonna go in the song. So maybe a synonym for not synonym.
Cinnamon rolls.
I sure like them cinnamon rolls.
Yep.
So laughter. BK, and maybe the audience would like to.
Romance.
There's nothing like your laughter over. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be country. There's nothing like your laughter. There's nothing like your heart.
Yes.
I just love. I can't understand any other part. 'Cause when you laugh at me, my whole world sparks. And when you kiss my lips, I feel I'm in the All right, it's a shorty, but it's a goodie.
Yes.
Let's go. We did it.
Voice of an angel.
You have the voice of an angel.
Oh no.
BK, she's always saying I have the voice of an angel, but clearly this woman has a voice of an angel. And I want her to sing on
the
video.
Reason why I'm stage.
Yeah. That's the reason why what?
That's the reason why I'm on stage for such a long time.
He loves you. Well, so Rachel, you could essentially close out the show on video and get over your stage fright, like right here, right now.
That's not happening. Not yet. No. Especially today. I got pool hair.
You heard it here, you guys. Rachel's got pool hair. She's not going to go on video. You'll just have to come to X Got Talent when she hosts and goes on video, which doesn't happen yet.
BK got to see me. You got to see me. I showed myself for a little bit. I was chilling.
Right. So maybe just I'll run this promo. Vibes Web3 Music Festival is our amazing sponsor for this week. And you guys, the thing about Vibes Web3 Music Fest, any musician out there can enter. It's easy to enter. I'm going to put it in the chat how to do so. I won $500 for first place about a month and a half ago. They have cash prizes, first through sixth place. And the Hive Network, the Hive blockchain is amazing. Maritza and Lord Butterfly, they're amazing. So let me run their promo. If you have any questions, you can go to @Vibes Web3 Music Festival on X. Here we go. That's pretty good. It's too short. I was trying to find their link to put in there. But yeah, give it up for Vibes Web 3. And also, let's run this real quick because we can. It's so cool. Yay, BK, thank you so much for making these amazing promos. So without further ado, you guys, is there any questions that you have for me?
Are you talking about us, as in me and BK?
Yeah. Do you have? Are there any like questions burning within you that you want to know?
Can we extend? Can we like extend the show for another hour?
Rachel, are you available for another hour? I don't think she has another hour, but I might be wrong.
Can we? What about you,
Yes,
Bessie? How much do you have? How much?
Oh, I have time. Yeah, we can keep going if you want to.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, show has been extended.
Maybe,
we don't.
Maybe one more.
He's like, no,
maybe one
no.
more. One more song.
Yes, it would be great if she could do one more
song.
One more
song, maybe from.
We have to have, and we have to have Rachel back. She has
one
to
more
come
romantic Spanish. Yeah.
No, she's doing Credence. She's gonna do.
Yeah,
Credence.
I don't have another Spanish one, but
which you're gonna love.
BK, I'm gonna practice another Spanish one for you. For sure.
You know, Rachel, I don't know if you'd ever consider being a guest co-host on the show. The door's open. Just saying.
For this show?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, what is...
If you ever wanted to be...
all this honor to? What is going on here?
If you ever wanted to just try your try to be on camera, I know that part's tough, but if you could get over that, you could come and be a guest co-host with me. And
listen, if I beautify myself and get my hair all cute and put some makeup on, then yes, I will definitely come on camera.
All right.
I'm not ready today. I should have been, but I was not.
Don't worry. This is great. It's perfect. We like the real deal. You were chilling in the pool as you should be. Yeah, it'll be amazing. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Music Train. We're going to listen to Rachel's song from Credence Clearwater Revival, one of my favorite bands as well. And thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. We've got 213 viewers. We love you guys. Yay. We're going to be back next week with Simon Pollock. And we're going to talk about Tesla and the light shows next Sunday. So tune in. And lots of love to everybody. Take care of yourself and each other. And don't forget, you have the moment. And that's a lot. Thank you so much. Rachel, the stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me on. I feel so honored, and I'm so blessed to call you a friend, Bess.
I love you. Thank you.
Please forgive me because I'm still sick, so these high notes are oof. So let's.
You're gonna be great. I'm
gonna try to do the best I can. Anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in. I love you guys. Nice meeting you, BK. We're gonna have so much fun together.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, co-host.
Aw, I love it. Okay. Put a candle in the window, but I feel I've got to move. Oh, I'm going, I'll be coming home soon, yeah. As long as I see the light. Pack my bag and then get moving, 'cause I'm bound to trip the wire. Oh, I'm going, you don't have to worry, no. As long as I see the light. Guess I've got that old traveling boy that I feel won't leave me alone. But I won't lose my way, no, no. As long as I see the light. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put a candle in the window, but I feel I've got to move. So I'm going, yeah, I'll be coming home soon. As long as I see the light. Long as I see the light. As long as I can see the light. Long as I see the light. Long as I can see the light. Thank you, guys.